Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm Clint and I like to cook. And tonight I've got a delicious baked fish recipe that is super simple, and I guarantee you the whole family is going to love it. You'll want to stick around for this. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing I want to do is make a seasoning mix to put on my fish. So I'm going to start out with using a bowl here, and I'm going to add some garlic powder. Get all that out of there. I'm going to have some smoked paprika. I've got some seasoned salt. You use whatever kind of seasoned salt you like. I've got Italian seasonings. I've got a little bit of parsley. I'm not going to use all that. I'm going to save some for later. And I've got some red pepper flakes. We're just going to put all that in that bowl, and then we're going to give this a good mix in here and get everything blended well. I like that smoked paprika. It gives everything a good smoke flavor, especially this fish. You can use regular paprika if you don't like the smoke, but it does, like I say, add quite a bit of flavor to this. So this is real easy. Doesn't take long at all. Quick meal, delicious. I promise you. All right, that looks pretty good. So we're going to set that off to the side, and we're going to get our fish prepared. I've got my fish thawed out, and I've laid it out on a pan. Now what I want to do, take a paper towel, and I want to pat this dry. I want to get as much moisture as I can off of this fish. I want to dry the pan up underneath it. Flip it over. Get that other side. You may go through several paper towels with this, but it's real important, guys, to get that fish as dry as possible. Now this is some of that Saway fish fillets. I bought it at Walmart. You can use this recipe with whatever kind of fish you like. It works well with catfish, cod, any other kind of whitefish fillets that you prefer, crappie, bluegill. Just give it a try. There we go. That's kind of what we're looking for. You just want to get everything good and dry there before we start putting our seasonings on. Now that our fish is dry, I'm going to go ahead and start adding my seasoning. I'm going to add a hefty amount to everything. I want to give that a good cover. You want this pretty thick. Won't hurt it a bit. Just try to get a good even coat on it if you can. Tell you what, that smoked paprika is smelling really good right about now. I like using that smoked paprika. It makes a lot of recipes good, I'm telling you. Alright, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to kind of press that down into that fish just a little bit. Kind of work that in there. This isn't hard at all, guys. Anybody can cook this right here. Go ahead and just get a little bit more right there. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to take some olive oil And I'm going to take that and I'm going to spray that down good. I'm going to try to soak it down real good. Just about like that. I want the top of that to look wet. Golly, that's looking delicious. And we'll let that kind of soak in for just a minute. There we go, good even coat on there. All right, now we're going to flip this over. And we're going to do the same thing on this back side. Y'all let me know in the comments what kind of fish you prefer to cook. I like pretty much everything. I like salmon, I like halibut. Tuna. It don't bother me. I like to cook it all. I do a lot of crappie fishing, catfishing, bluegill. We've got Kentucky Lake down here, and it has many species of fish. Down here, we'll go out, fish over the weekend, few days, and we'll stockpile the fish up in the freezer, and we can have it anytime we get ready for it. I'm only about 45 minutes away or so from the lake, so it doesn't take me long to get there. Makes a good fun weekend. Plus you get to catch you some fresh supper. You can't go wrong with that. All right, we got that side done. We'll go ahead and get some olive oil on that. Let that soak in. I've already got my oven heating, preheating, and I've got it on 400. And we'll cook that in there for about 10-15 minutes or so. It does not take long. This fish will get done pretty quick. All right, that's a pretty good little layer there. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot this pan over and lay another pan down. And what I've done is I've sliced some lemons. And I'm going to transfer this fish from that pan there right over the top of those lemons. Just about like that. And what this will do, it'll cook on top of those lemons. It'll add some flavor, and it'll help keep them from sticking to that pan. Just about like so. All right, that takes care of everything. So we're going to go ahead and get that in the oven. Like I said, it's going to be 400 degrees, and we're going to cook them for about 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll go ahead and get that in the oven. All right, guys, we're good in that about 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get that out. Ooh-wee, look at that. I'm telling you right now, guys, it don't get any better than what you're seeing right there. There it is, guys. That's a good looking piece of fish. We put a little slaw down there, some potato salad, fried okra, a couple hush puppies. It's going to be a great meal. This fish is cooked perfectly. Look at that. Look at that flake. That's the way you want it. That's perfectly cooked fish right there. Mm. That is delicious, guys. Give this a try. I promise you, you're going to love it. Thank you so much for watching me, and God bless.